Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Sarah and in today's video we are going to be talking about your thoughts. So welcome in, settle back, relax. I hope you enjoyed the video and without any further ado, let's jump into it. So guys, as the title suggests, your thoughts are not actually yours, okay? And it took me years to figure this out. It's funny how long it took me, but your thoughts are not yours, okay? So listen up. It doesn't mean that every single thought is not yours, but trust me, like a big percentage are actually not yours, okay? So you can have your ideas, your thoughts, of course, you can think for yourself, but most of the people operate on autopilot and just have thoughts that they're not even aware that are not theirs, okay? Because when I say thoughts are not yours, you wonder probably, well, whose are they? Who is then telling me this? And we are all connected. As I said, we are all one. We all live in the same creation. We are all the source. So basically, when I say that not every thought is yours, I'm saying that you're picking up thoughts maybe from other people, from other objects, entities, reaching out to you. Some entities want to bring you down and things like that. So when you have like thoughts that you don't agree with, but you can't stop thinking them or something like that, you realize that that thought is not your thought. And once we realize that not every thought is ours, and that some of them are just like signals that we're picking up from others around us, like for example, you're sitting in a room with somebody and they're thinking about food or something, and even though you just ate, this is like a very simple example, but even though you just ate, all of a sudden you're thinking about food and you're wondering, why am I thinking about food again? I just ate, like what's wrong with me or something like that. But it's not actually your thought. You just are unaware that you read other person's mind, that you actually heard their thoughts, okay? And once you realize this, you are actually going to, like, the more you realize it, the more aware you become of that, you're going to be able to literally read people's mind. And I had so many moments where I literally read a person's mind. Like, I already know what they're thinking because I get a thought and I know that this thought ain't mine because I was just thinking about something completely else. But I hear that thought and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not my thought, this is probably theirs, and then like 2 minutes later they say it, and then I'm like, okay, this is literally their thought, okay? So you probably had those moments too, but maybe you just weren't aware of what exactly happened. But I think a lot of people have those moments where they actually read other person's mind, and it doesn't just have to be people, okay, guys? It's not just the human world, okay? You can sense what your pets are feeling, but you can also hear the messages from the entities that we are maybe not physically seeing, okay? Especially like when people go on like a rant of negative thoughts, on like a like a speed run, on a marathon of negative thoughts and emotions, like, oh, I'm not worthy enough, oh this, oh that, oh that. Do you think you're really thinking that? Do you think that your soul is really like, oh yeah, I hate myself, or like, I'm not satisfied? By the way, there's some people doing something in the building, so I'm gonna try to be louder than them, okay? But anyways, I'm gonna keep this video shorter because of the works that they're doing. But you're not hating yourself for real. I realize that when I have those moments when I'm like, oh, I'm not worthy enough, or everything is going bad, oh, I'm not gonna succeed, or something in that way, very negative, especially towards self. Once you realize not all the thoughts are your thoughts, you're gonna realize that those thoughts that you're getting you're probably getting it from other entities that wanna bring you down, that wanna feed onto your negative energy. Because guys, there are some entities, I'm not saying this to scare you, I'm saying this just to make you aware, because they can't harm you if you're if you know who you are and you're in your confident, happy mode. But if you easily go into the negative rants, you are easily susceptible to these entities who just want to feed off of your negative energy, because they cannot sustain themselves. So they need your energy to feed off of, and just negative energy is what they like the best, I guess. So guys, when you start feeling those thoughts like, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I'm bad, oh, nobody likes me, ask yourself, do you, like you as in your soul, do you really think that? Because the answer is probably not. Okay, you're not your thoughts, and not every thought is yours. So be careful with that, because I know that I had been in numerous situations where I go into that kind of marathon of just, bashing myself and feeling so bad about myself, so sad about my life, and nothing is going in the right direction, and blah, 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 blah. And then I realized, like, wait, I don't really think this, okay? I don't really think this. I don't really practice this. I know in my heart and my soul that I'm a happy, joyful person who likes themselves, okay? I know that. So why am I now having this type of a trouble? Why am I now having these thoughts that don't want to leave, okay? That's also a big sign when you know that the thought is not yours, that it's like kind of quote unquote implanted, or you just like heard it and picked it up from your environment. You know it because it doesn't like necessarily go away so easily. You know what I mean? Like, if a thought is yours, you control it. You're like, oh, okay, I don't want to think this anymore, and then you stop because you are in a full control of that. But when you're picking up sorry oh my god, but when you're picking up energy and thoughts from people around you, or from entities, they're trying to put them in your head or something, it kind of feels like, it's not that it's necessarily harder to control them, but it feels like that, like it feels like you just can't stop thinking about it. It feels very invasive, I would say, especially when it comes to like negative thoughts. And once you realize that not all of those thoughts are yours, it's much easier to detach from them. But when you think that they are yours, then you're like very concerned, of course, like, why am I thinking like this? And then you go even deeper into thinking like that and feeling negatively, So guys, just be aware that not every thought that goes to your head is yours. Not every idea is yours. Maybe you're picking it up from somebody else around you, or something else around you. It doesn't just have to be a person. Guys, we're not just living in a world of people and that's it. Like, there is much more in life than just human race, okay? I mean, humans, we are humans, and it's good to like understand ourselves, but maybe I think as a human beings we often look at the world and the universe too much through just the human lens, okay? There is now not just humans, there is many other beings as well that we have to be kind of more aware of, because not every being functions as a human, and maybe some of them, as I said, want to feed off of our energy, okay? Because we are very powerful, like, how do you say it? We give out energy, we like shine and radiate with energy. And it depends, what energy do you want to be in? Because if you want to be in a good mood and a good energy and happy and joyful, loved, harmonious, laughing, feeling easy, you're going to be more aware. Everything going to go flow better for you in your life. But if you're stuck in those negative thoughts, you are 90% likely to be stuck in thoughts that are not even yours. Because as a soul, deep down, you don't hate yourself. You love yourself. You love your life. You know everything's gonna be good. Why? Because you're the source and you create. So you know it's gonna be good, okay? So when you start feeling those negative thoughts, just say, these are not my thoughts. I don't actually think this. Because if you think that they are your thoughts, it becomes concerning. Like, I would often ask myself, like, why am I thinking these things? Like, I know in my heart and my soul I don't think this, but at the same time it's just popping in my head the whole time, But once you get aware that it's not yours, these workers again, they're like, But once you realize that not every thought is yours, then you realize, oh, okay, these negative thoughts that are coming up might not even be mine. Okay, it might be projection of something else. I'm not gonna get so hung up on it. That's the key. The key to living a good life and being happy all the time is just knowing when to stop with the negative things. Okay, when you start thinking negatively, it's probably gonna happen because you're gonna pick it up from other people as well. But it's important to know when to stop and when to say, okay, this is not my energy anymore. I notice when people come into my apartment, I notice the shift when they leave and when they were there and before they came in. Like, I noticed the shift in energy. Like, I had a friend who was sleeping over here for like a couple of nights, and after she left, she was so passive. She was so like not interested in life, I think. She was very passive. And after she left, I felt that I was passive as well. I felt lazier. And I felt like the whole room being filled with just laziness. All of a sudden, I don't want to lift my finger, And then I told myself, wait, this is not my energy. This is hers. I'm going to clean it up. And I cleaned it up. And it's very easy to clean up the energy. It's very easy to clean yourself of negative energy. You just think it and say it. You can say it out loud if you can. If not, just think in your head, like, I am now clearing this energy from my apartment or from my aura or from my heart, from my thoughts, whatever. Wherever you feel like a little tension, just say that thing, that visualize in your head like you're sweeping it or something. Whatever helps you. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this video because these people are working hard. But I hope you get the message, guys. So not every thought is yours, especially the bad ones. We are ultimately very good and light-hearted beings. We are not meant to operate in negativity, I believe. So all of those negative thoughts that we get are probably just coming from something else, and we shouldn't opt to that. We should realize that they're not ours and just keep moving forward to the positivity, love, joy, and harmony of life, and realize that we are in full control. And even when they are trying to bring you down, like yesterday I had a situation where I sat down after I woke up and I was like, why am I feeling bad? I just woke up. Nothing bad happened. Why am I feeling bad? And then I realized, oh, okay. It's like when you have a very annoying mosquito that's just bugging you. Well, that's the same thing. It's like these thoughts won't go away for some reason. They're just trying to weigh me down. And as soon as I said, you know what, move away, I was thinking, I'm gonna just tell them to move away. All of a sudden, I started coughing. I couldn't say the word because those energies that wanted to bring me down really wanted to bring me down. They didn't want to let go of me. But I stood strong and coughed it and then said, you know what, get away from me. This is not my energy. I know it. Why? Because my energy is light, love, and happiness. Okay? And as soon as I told it, leave, I don't know what it was or who it was, but I just said leave, and it left because of course, we have the full autonomy. We are the creators. So just take the control. Don't marinate and sit in negative emotions and thoughts because they're likely not even yours and you're just picking it up from somewhere else. And just don't waste your time and energy on that shit, okay? Get your spirits up. Be happy. Be amazing as you are. And just realize that not every thought is yours. You're picking something up. You can analyze it, you can try to see where it's coming from, but you don't have to, just knowing that it's not yours is already enough. It's going to help you a lot. I'm telling you, especially the bad thoughts when you're feeling bad about yourself or about something and stressing out, you need to learn that those thoughts are probably not yours. And it's just something trying to bring you down. Don't let it happen. Okay, guys, I love you. I hope you get the message. I didn't film for a couple of days now because I had some things to do, but of course more videos coming up. So subscribe, like, comment, and tell me what you think, and have a most wonderful day, guys. I bless you up with wonderful energy. Thank you for being here, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.